Now going into talking about the NFL ending, the new narrative is who can take down the Chiefs and who can stop the three-peat.
Yeah.
I tweeted this out earlier. Pin the tweet, people, because when it happens, just know we knew it first. Okay. Um, we got a lot. These are our last hopes against the three-peat to stop Thanos, aka 15 in the league,
Mm-hmm.
from just getting three and snapping away history. It's going to be down to three people, in my opinion, and you can throw
Okay.
yours in after, but I'll go through this one first. The top three, and Stafford, Burrow, Hurts.
Okay.
The reason why I've labeled it, narrowed
Labeled.
it, what do you want to call it? Labeled,
Whatever.
narrowed,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
The reason I've pulled these guys out of the pack is because I feel like to beat Patrick Mahomes, you need more than yes, they are all extremely skilled,
Yeah.
extremely talented quarterbacks in the NFL. You need to have that moxie and the it factor. Like you can't be scared at 15.
No.
Like Brock Purdy in his heart of hearts was scared of 15. Lamar scared of 15. Allen, I don't know if I could go as far as to say he was scared of him, but you could still see there's like some angst.
You just can't beat him in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like did you watch Shaq's podcast with This Weekend
I don't
with
think
Jason
so.
Kelsey?
No.
So he was talking about one of the tactics he would use was during the national anthem, he would look up at somebody and stare him in the eyes. And he said, if I saw you look away, I knew I got you. Like mentally, I got
Damn.
you.
All right.
And then he also said he would come out if he knew he got you, and he'd throw an elbow and try to hit
Yeah.
either your chin or your chest to show that he's not messing around. So, hey, it works. Um, but in order to beat 15, and I'm not talking regular season, you can catch him slipping. There are some games I don't even think he's interested in. Like that one in Denver this year, I think he was sick and he was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Who cares?
When he gets to
Um,
the playoffs, he's on.
he is locked.
Yeah. I agree with this. As long as unless Brady comes out of retirement too,
And I'd add him.
that's another guy. I would say the only, not that I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You want
like
to throw somebody else in there?
I would only want to throw some of these other guys in there because in my mind I'm like, surely eventually
Right.
they
You would
lose.
think,
So
yeah.
that's why I would think well, surely Lamar or Josh will beat him eventually, but maybe they just don't ever. Like that's
Yeah.
also a thing too.
That's a good
I'm
point.
trying to think of other quarterbacks who have
Like,
a I don't know how CJ Stroud will progress
that's
with
a good
that
point.
Houston team. He's just young. You
Yeah.
don't really know what's going to go on there. I'm trying to think of other NFC teams. Like, I'm not putting my hopes on Jared Goff. I'm not putting my hopes on a Kirk Cousins, Minnesota, or any of that. I do like the Hurts put in there. They got to get there, but at least
Right.
in the Super Bowl he played against him, he played great and
Yeah.
forced
He went
Mahomes
toe
to
to
have
toe.
basically Mahomes had to have his greatest Super Bowl game ever to win.
No,
Um,
100%. And that's
Burrow's
kind of
already
why I went
beaten
with that.
him.
Yeah. That's why I gave all these guys, I gave them, they have the check mark for the intangibles as far as the Super Bowl experience. I guess another check mark you could throw for Stafford is he's won a Super Bowl with a game winning drive. So, like, against Mahomes, it's going to come down to you having a game winning drive. So,
Yeah,
that's pretty important. But Hurts played phenomenal. Besides one fumble, I mean, he's winning the game. So, he
yeah,
made Patrick have the game of his life. Burrow, I gave him the Power Stone because he beat 15 in the playoffs. So I kind of
yep,
gave him the edge there. But yeah, I want to believe that like Lamar will eventually get him. But after seeing him play in the playoffs a couple times, like I don't know, like, because where can he elevate his game from being MVP? You know what I mean? Like, he's a two-time MVP. This was his
yeah,
year, greatest defense. Like, and
yeah,
we're just not going to do what we're good at because you want to show people that you can pass from the pocket.
yeah.
Like, I just don't. I don't
Maybe
know
no
if
one
he can
ever
do
beats
it.
freaking because if the hopes rest on Stafford, I don't know how many more he's got, maybe two.
He's got a couple battles
He's
left in him,
got
and that's
two good
probably it.
ones,
Yeah.
but then it's is that team sure, maybe he can do it. Can the team do they have a team
Yeah.
around him to do it? Donald's not getting any younger, Cooper Kupp's not getting any younger. They got Puka now, which helps, and Kyron Williams, but you gotta have it's you have to have the perfect storm
Oh, yeah.
to beat Mahomes,
You have to play a
or you
perfect
just
game
have to
too.
be icy as shit like Joe Burrow. That's but Joe Burrow's throwing to Higgins and Chase. That's That'll work.
That'll
We'll
get it
make that
done.
happen. That'll get it done.
I kinda see
Um,
as far as for Stafford, I really think Puka is that X factor, like, because if you saw in the Super Bowl, um, I understood first of all, I don't understand why we're targeting Deebo Samuels 11 times down the field, that is
yeah,
stupid. But I understood as far as, okay, we need a receiver that can get off the press coverage, so we need Deebo because he's stronger. Puka brings that, and he's got better hands. So, like, that's that matchup nightmare where he can run a whip route, and then you could have Cooper Kupp do a little over route or do a little
yep.
crossing route, like so that's why I think Stafford could do it. I'd like to see it. I think even if he would lose the battle, I think it would be a really fun game. Um,
Yeah, and I don't know, like, there's just I'm thinking of more younger quarterback, like, now you got Jordan Love, I don't know, like, I just
yeah,
don't know about these kids, like,
yeah.
what they have. I don't know, I'm not gonna put my hopes in, like, Deshaun Watson will be back from injury, I don't
Oh
know.
boy,
He's already blew a big lead when he was with the Texans in Kansas City in the playoffs, so, I'm not gonna lean my hopes into him.
right?
There's just not a lot of options, it just feels like it's just Mahomes supremacy. Like, maybe we'll see something with Herbert now that he's with
Yeah,
Harbaugh,
could be
maybe,
maybe
we'll see. They're in the same division, so
could knock
that
each
could
other
be
down a bit.
interesting. But yeah,
I think it's just down to these three gentlemen right here. Like
yeah, and I'm
he makes
leaning
it
I
through
mean,
them.
yeah,
I'm leaning
I'm not
Burrow
even
for sure.
I'm leaning yeah, at least Burrow has shown me he could get that done
The reason why I would
when
also
it
lean
matters
Burrow
most.
is Burrow is more mobile than Stafford. I think he has like that arm
Yeah.
talent to be the same. Nothing against Hurts, but Burrow is more accurate than Hurts, but he can also
Yeah.
hurt you with his
Yeah,
legs, and he's
he
younger.
can move just enough, yeah.
Because I think if you're gonna play the Chiefs in like the Super Bowl or an AFC Championship game, you're gonna get hit a lot. Like
Yeah.
they play physical defense. Um, so yeah, that's why hopefully with the Power Stone, Joe Burrow can do it.
Yeah, geez, somebody please.
There's a
Somebody's gotta do
world
something.
there's a world where he doesn't get hurt this year, and I think that
I
it's
know, they were on a
Bengals
run.
versus them.
We were calling it, like,
Yeah,
those guys were playing lights out.
people forget they went into San Fran when they were
Slammed San
hot and
Francisco. That's what I'm
slammed them.
saying. I
So
won't I'll never remember. There's still a lot of, Niners fans that still haven't put out anything after that. They're still hurting
huh,
after that Super Bowl. I haven't seen a lot of posts from all these people that were like, "This
huh.
is our year." I'm like, "Where'd you go?"
You talking about the Bang Bang Weiner gang? That group?
Yeah,
That
basically, yeah.
oh. Oh.
Speaking of them, I mean